Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, today we're going to be talking about Drake files a lawsuit against Universal Music Group for helping Kendrick Lamar win the battle. Now, let's get into it, man. Wow. Take a look up on the screen. Drake claims that Universal Music Group and Spotify artificially inflated Kendrick Lamar's numbers for the Not Like Us diss track. The Canadian rapper has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group over allegations that the company conspired using Spotify to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. The action is doubly surprising because Universal Music Group distributes both artists' recordings. Yes, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are under the same umbrella of Universal Music Group, which is what makes this an even crazier lawsuit because he's basically suing the company that he works for. Now, let's continue. The petition obtained by Variety claims that Universal Music Group engaged in conduct designed to artificially inflate the popularity of Not Like Us, including by licensing the song at drastically reduced rates to Spotify and using bots to generate the false impression that the song was more popular than it was in reality. Now, I believe Universal responded and they said this: the suggestion that Universal would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in its pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. Now, the label basically said, listen, bro, you can't put the finger at us. The fans love the music. It's nothing we could do about it, bro. They love the song. It is what it is. Now, let's say these allegations are true. Let's say that Universal actually boosted Kendrick Lamar's record, which I believe they did. I believe they did boost the record, which I don't have a problem with that in the system of capitalism. The song ended up making millions of dollars. So to the label, that's a success. Now, if you go directly into the lawsuit, it says this: Universal charged Spotify licensing rates that were 30% lower than the usual licensing rates, in exchange for Spotify recommending the song to users who are searching other unrelated songs and artists. Now, I do remember some people were saying that during that time. They said that Kendrick Lamar's song was constantly being recommended. You could have been listening to Michael Jackson and then Kendrick Lamar's song would come on right after on random. And I remember that was a topic of conversation. So that's why I believe that this lawsuit, it might be, it kind of might be true. And also, as you can tell, after the battle with Drake, Kendrick Lamar's superstardom has reached another level, right? His popularity has reached another level. So this is also beneficial to the label because now they have another superstar on the label. They have another cash cow on the label. Kendrick Lamar was already very profitable, but now he's reached another level, bringing in way more cash for the label. So obviously, if it is true that they did what they did, it was a good move in the long run because now they've diversified their artist portfolio. Now, instead of just Drake being, the billion-dollar artist, now we got Kendrick Lamar on the same exact level. And if you listen to Drake always raps about being the number one guy at the label, always talking about, I'm the reason why the label keeps the lights on. I'm the reason why the label keeps the lights on. So now the label has Kendrick Lamar bringing in money. So now you are not the only reason the label keeps the lights on. We also have Kendrick now too. So like I said, I think it was an economically smart move on the label's part, if it is true, which I think it is. Now let's continue. Let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. This person said, Kendrick ended Drake. Drake said Not Like Us caused him economic harm on the lawsuit. Now, let's take a look at the lawsuit, right? It says this: streaming and licensing is a zero-sum game. Every time a song breaks through, it means another artist does not. Universal's choice to saturate the music market with Not Like Us comes at the expense of other artists like Drake. As Drake is the petitioner's sole owner, and the petitioner owns the copyright to Drake's entire catalog, the petitioner suffered economic harm as a result of Universal's scheme. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this part of the lawsuit is very pathetic. Basically saying that the label's choice to put resources and attention behind Kendrick basically took resources and attention away from him. And because of that, he wants a compensation for lost revenue. Basically, that's what I'm getting from this part of the lawsuit. Now, let's continue. This is Punch, one of the executives on Kendrick's team. And he said this, take a look up on the screen. Nah, the rap streets is done. The rap streets is done, man. This man Drake went to court, man. The rap streets is done. And you see DJ Mustard at the bottom. He responded. He said, "Oh my God, yo, the rap streets is done, man." Drake went to court, man. Drake is not a black man, bro. Drake is truly a man of mixed race. He had to dig inside the Ashkenazi side real quick. You know what I mean? He said, "We going to court, man. I see you in court." Let's continue. This person said, losing a rap battle and chasing for a settlement in court is wild. Yeah, bro, I never seen nothing like this before, man. This person said, Drake loses the battle, his streaming numbers are down. Kendrick's singles were outdoing Drake's singles. This contributes to making Drake look less valuable when contract time comes. If Drake is looking for a $1 billion deal, Not Like Us success is leverage for the label. Yeah. If you remember a couple years ago, take a look up on the screen. Drake signed a $400 million deal with Universal, right? They gave him $400 million up front, right? They cut him a check for $400 million. Obviously, Drake has already shown and proved that he's worth that money, right? So going back to renegotiate, he could have got way more. He could have got, $700 million. He could have got $1 billion on the next contract. But now after Kendrick, smashed him, he no longer has that energy of invincibility anymore that he once did before the battle, right? Before the battle, Drake was unstoppable. He was invincible. But now, after Kendrick marched on him and defeated him and vanquished him, he no longer has that air of invincibility anymore that he once did. He's no longer seen as the number one guy as he once was, right? He kind of lost a little bit of value a little bit. He's still the superstar Drake, but he definitely lost a little bit of value. And now the label has leverage because, like I said before, by investing into Kendrick, they've now diversified their artist portfolio. So now they don't got to be dependent on Drake and give him a $1 billion contract. They can now give Kendrick some of that money too, because Kendrick has shown that he is profitable and he can generate that type of money. But now it's going to be harder for Drake to get that $400 million again or even ask for more money, because thanks to Kendrick, everybody was talking about certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Goddamn, man. If Drake was a stock, the stock definitely went down a little bit. The stock is still heavily performing, but it went down just a little bit. And Kendrick's stock went way up, went way through the roof. The investors are very happy with Kendrick's stock right now. Now let's continue. This person said, Drake already paid that deal back. He wanted to renegotiate for more money and he's been talking saucy. So Lucien sent the attack dogs to smear his name and drive down his value. Yeah, exactly. I believe that, man. I believe that what Drake is alleging in this lawsuit is actually true, because I believe they did the exact same thing for him. They do the exact same thing for Drake. They push Drake's music on every single platform, on the front page of everything. I think the same exact tricks they did for Kendrick, they did the same exact thing for him. And that's why he is filing this lawsuit, because he is jealous. He is jealous. The same thing he benefits from, they did for Kendrick, and now he is filing a lawsuit claiming economic harm, loss of revenue. Listen, man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, Drake. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. This person said, this won't have an effect on anything. Drake has used those same tricks before. He is mad they're being used against him. If Drake has any skeletons in his closet, I'm 100% sure they're about to see the light. God damn. Yeah, that's what I said, man. I believe that Drake is filing this lawsuit because he knows these same tricks they used for Kendrick is the same thing they use to boost his music as well. The same tricks they use to make sure that he was on the front page of every single playlist, streaming service, boosting the algorithm. It is what it is, man. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, bro. Let's continue. This person said, we plotted for a week and then we fed you the litigation. Yo, if you remember Drake's diss track to Kendrick Lamar, he said this. Take a look up on the screen. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. So this dude said, we plotted for a week and then we fed you the litigation. God damn, man. Drake, man, he has to dip into the Ashkenazi side, man. He said, man, we going straight to court, man. I have my lawyers on the phone, man. Listen, it is what it is, bro. Let's continue. This person said, I swear, I don't think Drake has ever been punched in the face before. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, he's a child actor, bro, child star. He probably never got into a fist fight before. Truthfully, man, if you want to be honest, I don't think Drake has ever actually, physically threw his hands up before. Let's continue. This person said, Drake has never wielded his Michael Jackson-esque power in the industry for anything. No black issues, no political issues, no advice to the kids, no standing for nothing. And now he wants to sue about this bullshit. It is over. Those Diddy tapes are coming. Well, I don't know about the Diddy tapes, but that is true, man. Drake never really stood on anything, solid for real. I mean, he pretty much rapped about, what did Drake really be rapping about? To me, Drake is very surface level. Like the guy said, he doesn't really get too political or intelligent or too deep. You know, Drake is not a three-dimensional, lyricist or things like that. Drake be like, the silk sheets and the city views, I'm penthouse living, the gold wrist on my watch, it's keep on ticking. I got lobster for breakfast, jet champagne in the jacuzzi. She got Dior on her feet, looking like a movie, whisper in my ear, Drake, you the man. I took her to the Louvre just to laugh at the newbies, private jets to Paris just to shop at Chanel. She told me money's not a thing, but I couldn't really tell. That's what Drake be rapping about, man. Drake don't be rapping about nothing, bro. Drake be like, I wrote her a song, but I never let it drop. Cause some things are just for us when you living at the top. I mean, Drake is very service level, man. Drake is very service level. I never heard a verse from Drake and I was like, man, he was dropping knowledge on that bar. I never heard it, bro. Never heard it, bro. Anyway, let's continue. This person said, all Drake had to do was take a sabbatical and come back in 2025 with some heat. He would have been fine. He could have just laid low and smashed big booty women and gambled to his heart's content until after the Super Bowl and been fine. This is wild. Yeah, man. That's what I think too. Drake should have just got back in the studio, man. You live and you learn. You do not go to court, bro. You do not go to court. I'm from New York, man. I remember coming up when 50 Cent was dissing everybody in the goddamn industry. Ja Rule, Fat Joe, Nas, Rick Ross, Jadakiss, Styles P. And like I told y'all before, I'll be doing the same thing on YouTube. I'll be dropping these diss tracks to these other content creators, man. I'll be sending shots on the microphone, bro. So when you battling, bro, you just gotta battle, man. May the best man win. And like I said, I came up watching 50 Cent battle the entire industry. But when 50 Cent came up against Rick Ross, he couldn't defeat Rick Ross, right? He tried to defeat Rick Ross. He could not defeat Rick Ross. Rick Ross ended up becoming, the superstar, and 50 Cent had to run and go make TV shows. But guess what? 50 Cent didn't run to court. It is what it is. You got to take your loss in stride, right? So 50 Cent, Rick Ross ran 50 Cent off the block. He had to go to TV. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you got to transition. It's all good. We still got love for 50, but he lost that. When it came to battling with Rick Ross, he lost that. And I'll admit that as a 50 Cent fan, but I'm also a Rick Ross fan. But like I said, man, you win some, you lose some, man. This rap, this hip hop, bro. We ain't going to no goddamn courthouse. Anyways, man, this is Whenever Card. That's Celine back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Support the channel, man. Support the album. Peace.
No. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traders. You know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wife. Yeah, hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I'm eating no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news. Back in my city, they loving me. Standing alone, I'm 100 deep. Enemy plotting and still in reach. They try to make sure that we underneath. Trying to make sure that we never make it. Coming for power, come get acquainted. Coming for everything that I wanted. Feeling like Drake, but I really wrote it. Feeling like Kendrick, I'm checking names. Gotta roll up while I go insane. Got so much stress, I been gave away. Stuffing these racks in this Louis case. One thing for certain, I'm about to check. Keep it 100 and nothing less. Stick with the family since day one. Had to stay down till my day come. Had to stay down, but I'm never patient. Hop on the mic and I'm motivated. Hop on the mic and I drop a classic. Haters can't see me, they copping glasses. Back in the studio making magic. Got a new tape and it's in production. Back on my business, I got a budget. Staying low key when I'm out in public. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traders. You know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wife. Yeah, hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I'm eating no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news.